It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue. Lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stay on this front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, you'll pay the ultimate price. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey, hey.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, Erie County. I know I always open my show with the Pledge of Allegiance. And I tell you, the word republic has been talked about a lot lately. And I've heard the word and the phrase threat to democracy kicked around a lot. And boy, I tell you what, for a democracy, we surely kicked some ass last night. I'm telling you. Now, small favor before we get started, get into the jungle of this thing. We need a prayer for Dave McCormick. I just online, he's 50,000 votes up. Casey will not concede because he thinks he's going to win it with the provisionals, which I don't think he will. I don't think there's enough there. Unless they're, I don't know, doing some shenanigans in Philly, because Philly hasn't been done counting. Isn't that convenient? Wouldn't that just be convenient if they just found, like they like to find ballots laying around. Keep your eye on the ball. We are in a good position. We get Dave McCormick into office. Game over. The Democrats and their bullshit will be done, stopped dead in their tracks. And we're going to put this thing right back on track where it's supposed to be. So, everybody, just whoever you worship, whatever church you worship, or if you just worship in your home, Dave needs a little bit of love right now. He's technically winning 50,000. I was a little shocked that Dave didn't take Erie County. Shocked. You know, Trump and all the other Republicans kicked some ass. So we really need to put our positive thought pattern on and put our thinking caps on and just get him across the finishing line. He went to war for us. He's been on the front battlefield lines for a long time. We've met him a couple times. And he's the right man. And of course, they're the Democrat bullshit. Oh, he's a carpetbagger. It's so funny and not ha funny how they use that to their advantage when it's their advantage. Because out here in District 5, Chris Pretzel is a true carpetbagger. I mean, I put a documentary up on my Facebook. Dave McCormick's family is 7-generation Pennsylvanians. 7. Chris Drexel barely and doesn't own a home in Harbor Creek and doesn't pay taxes here in Harbor Creek. He is a true carpetbagger, but that's okay. But the minute it's a Republican, oh, carpetbagger, it's bullshit. You know, they got schooled last night on their shenanigans and all their crap. They got schooled. And I have to say, I wasn't worried about Stacy. I wasn't worried about Tim. You know, Dave Sunday. Here comes Dave. He's ready. All right, Dave. We're going to give this a shot and see if we can hear you. You're live.
Can you hear me?
Can everybody hear Dave tonight? Somebody say yay in the room because we had some technical problems last year. So,
Can hear him fine.
Okay, thanks.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, what
You know,
what happened was there's a million settings on this laptop, and somehow the Bluetooth got turned on, and it wasn't. It wanted to talk to the phone, but I don't want it to talk to the phone. I wanted to talk to the soundboard, so we can do it that way. So, Dave,
Yes, sir.
let's do an election wrap up.
Boy, I couldn't be more happy. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, I know. I get it.
And then some of the boys, I went down to the Y today, worked out. A couple of boys I thought I couldn't believe they had a big long face on. I said, boy, I can't believe this guy's a liberal. There's a lot of them you don't know, and I was surprised. This one guy's a liberal. I thought he was a normal. I call him, normal person, but no, he's a liberal.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Well, when you were a liberal 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a deal. It really, really, really wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't.
Right.
I mean, come on, you've been around the block a few times. 15, 20 years ago, D's and R's got along. They could work together. They could figure stuff out. Hey, help me with this. I'll get that. Blah, 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 blah. But now it's us and them. And they've done it. We didn't do it. They brought these battle lines up, and we'll stand our ground. And we stood our ground and kicked Erie County's ass.
Yeah, I was surprised on that. I went to bed and I thought, well, it ain't looking good. And I went to bed at 10. And then I woke up at about 3. I put my little transistor radio on because I couldn't sleep. I said, I got to see who won.
Yeah.
And then after I heard, I thought, I fell back asleep. But anyways, let's get on the old Erie County here.
Bring it on, brother.
Our favorite boys down there at Erie County. I see they're having a little tiff going on between Mr. Davis and the Erie County Election Board,
Well,
and that's what I believe I texted you last night regarding the results, the election results. 10 o'clock, they weren't even in yet.
they didn't post nothing.
No, that's what the tiff is about.
Right. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
About the results not being posted. They even mentioned, I believe it was Brenton Davis mentioned it on the news tonight. He said, his cohorts down there in Nevada, and their results were coming in. They're 2 hours? 3 hours difference.
Right.
No, Nevada. Is that 2 hours or 3 hours? California's 3.
Yeah, California's 3. So
What's
split
Nevada? Nevada
yeah.
2 or 3? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. But anyways, they said they were getting election results before Erie County was, and I said that's it. Well, now, I guess it's because of that outfit that they that out of town outfit that they hired, the Erie County Election Board.
The Democrat-controlled Erie County
Democrat-controlled
Election
Erie
Board.
County Election Board.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And Mr. Horton was on TV. He's blaming Davis for not having the IT boys available for this. That's the reason why it was not put up.
Oh, okay.
Which, and Mr. Davis responded. I don't know if you heard it. That not the IT people's job to put election results on. All they have to make sure is that everything's running smooth.
Right.
It was the outfit, the out-of-town outfit that them boys hired that screwed it up. Just like I guess they screwed up the ballots.
20,000 of them.
Yep. And man, that hair on Horton, wow, that is nasty. He's got to do something with that. That's something. But yeah, I guess they were talking a lot of somber faces on the television tonight. I seen it. Mr. Horton was on.
I know.
And the big goof Calorico, he laid it right on the line, man. He was not a happy camper.
Wow, poor Big Sammy. They got their asses kicked.
Yeah, and then another one of my favorites is Christy, Aren't I Beautiful Nimbus. There's not a selfie that she ever took that she doesn't love. She was on there complaining.
Well, because you knew they were. Come on, you're a smart guy. They got their asses kicked last night.
Yes, they did.
We didn't push the red wave thing. We said, no, let's get it. But it was a red wave. One of the biggest red waves I think Pennsylvania and Erie County has seen.
That was a red wave that Tim's tampon couldn't even stop. But anyway.
That's a good one. Woo!
But I was wondering they didn't have Liz Allen on there too. Bring her back from the trash heap.
Well, she's a reporter for the Erie Reader.
Erie Reader, yeah.
Yeah, she's a reporter. She reminded me that during a meeting one time. You can't throw me out because I'm a reporter. For who? What? Erie Reader? No. Bye. Get out.
I wonder how what the heck's her name? I'm getting old. I can't think of names anymore. Your girlfriend and mine from the meetings, the council meetings.
Freda Tuffer?
There you go. Fred, I wonder how she's doing tonight.
Oh, are you kidding me? They're literally sitting in the corners, curled up in a ball, in their safe spot, hugging their stuffed animals or whatever.
Yeah. And there was a city council meeting today too, believe it or not.
Yeah,
I was going to go down the next council meeting. I didn't know it was day after election.
Yeah, they had the morning one early,
yeah,
and then
it was the morning one.
Yeah, I had to work. Us working people had to go to work today, and then so I couldn't go. I know I think I saw some people said they were going to go, but now that it's a red wave, let's look up the somebody can post in the next city council meeting, and we really need to wear our red hats. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what's on your red hat. I don't care if it says Snoopy on it.
Right. That's what I was going to do. Just put that in my newest Trump hat, and just go there and sit and listen to the meeting. That's all.
Right. Oh,
Maybe
because
stare at Jasmine a little bit, but just sit there, don't say nothing, and just sit there with the red hat on.
I totally agree. I think we should wear our Trump shirts.
Oh, well, yeah, I'd wear my I voted for the convicted felon shirt.
Right. My favorite was the felon and the hillbilly.
Yeah, right. I got a couple good responses on election day with this shirt. Not at the polling place, but
Right.
I went to Country Fair and I had to get some gas, and I went and took some aluminum cans down to the scrap yard. I got
Right.
a couple good responses from wearing that shirt. But anyways, I'll leave you with my Kamala Harris deal. This is why they called me a racist. Now this is Liz Allen involved in this. Now back in the day when Joe Biden announced his running mate was going to be Kamala Harris. Well, I wrote it on I sent Liz Allen a little email. That's when she was councilwoman, city
Right.
councilwoman. And all I put on the email was, believe it or not, there was a professional wrestler back in the day. His name was Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't
And
know
his
that.
real last name was Harris.
No, come on.
And the day that they announced Kamala Harris as the vice president to Joe Biden, Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter, the professional wrestler, died.
No way.
He passed away. So I sent her that email. And do you believe she turned that into me being a racist? I'm serious.
Anything you say, even remotely against them, that's their only argument. You're racist.
I'm thinking, where's the racist involved in this? That was just it was the email of fact.
Well,
I said, I see they made Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter, the vice president, Joe Biden's vice president. And then I explained to her about, in the email that her last name was Harris, or his last name was Harris. His real last name. He was a big fat guy. He had I think sometimes he even went to the ring with a bone in his nose.
Yeah, I have to look that
up. And he
up.
was a big fat guy, and they called him Kamala, the Ugandan headhunter. That was his stick in the wrestling. But because I brought that up to Mrs. Liz, she branded me a racist. Unbelievable.
Well, you're a veteran. You're a retired guy, and you just fit all the pegs.
Yeah.
Other than living in the city of Erie, I don't tell people where you live, but I know you live in Erie. But that you're just and you drive a big gas guzzling truck. So
that's not that. And I fly a Trump flag and.
Yeah, and have some great videos of people molesting your signs in your front yard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss those videos.
I seen a good video the other day about somebody that drove over this wasn't me or anyway, somebody else drove over a Trump sign in their big truck. Well, behind the Trump sign they had the board with the nails in it.
I saw that. And
Did
the
you
wife,
did you see that one?
yeah, the wife just in this chirping in his
Yeah.
ear, don't do this. This is illegal. Don't do this. And you got to go out there and fix your tire.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, anyways, I'm gonna get off. Let someone else get on.
Thanks, Dave. We appreciate
All right,
it.
have a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna do the political wrap up. Have everybody call in, give us your thoughts. Where everybody, like I said, McCormick needs some positive thoughts, some prayers to get him across the finish line. We got to get him there.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks, Dave.
Bye.
Well, there you go. He's Dave is our boots on the ground reporter. Solid guy, calls in all the time. Does some really cool videos and posts them on Rumble of people, doing heinous things to a helpless yard sign. And he actually got video and actually caught the guy, actually called the cops. The cops came down, they arrested him. He had to go to court, and I think it was like $180 fine for stepping off the sidewalk into his yard. All right, Kim, you're live.
Well, you know what? I say congratulations, Pennsylvania. Congratulations, Erie County. They finally read red the first time since the 1930s.
Yeah. Oh, we get that. Other than the Trump, last Trump um election where
But
he
this was the
won.
biggest
Yep.
red wave we've had. And let me tell you, I just got off the phone with Miss Melanie Brewer, who would know the numbers. They're more than halfway done with the provisionals out of Philly. I'm telling you now, God is good. God makes sure the evil is always triumphed over, I mean, good is always a winner over evil. McCormick's got this. She says they're probably going to make him do a recount. And I said, good, because then he'll probably win by even more.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. But like I said, I just don't trust the fact that Philadelphia still has active ballots out and they're doing this and they're short. I mean, come on, with the track records, with the shenanigans in Lancaster, the
Hey,
shenanigans in Erie County,
they got the lawyers down there. Not
they
only do they have
better.
McCormick lawyers, but they got the Trump team down there as well with all their lawyers. So I guarantee you, if they're trying to do something, they're going to get caught because God is watching.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, if there was going to be any messing around, that would be the place because this seat is so important. It changes. We've already changed the direction of this country. We already changed the House and the Senate. We get that, and we got President Trump in there. But like I think you and I talked about this today, folks. This is not the end. This is just the beginning of this chapter of how they are going to come after him with everything. But now he's in a position and that he can defend himself.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
yeah, no, totally agree.
Absolutely. And the other thing I want to talk about is the IT situation. And what happened was Gary Horton got on his little soapbox, as you and I have both witnessed before, saying, Brenton Davis interferes. That's ran through the county executive office. So we need to outsource our IT for election night. So they hired this other company and they kept saying, we need more IT support. Well, yeah, the county executive can give you all IT support you need. But the problem was this other company said, we don't input the numbers. That had to be done in the elections office
Yeah,
by the elections officials. So they were not inputting the information. So it had nothing to do with Breton. But once again, guys and gals, this is them starting up already on the next election to take out Brenton Davis, who has already done so much for Erie County.
right. Well, of course, they're the Democrat-controlled board of elections. He's the Democrat. They hate him. Again, that foiled their plans. So Davis has nothing to do with the board of elections. Has nothing to do with elections at all. So they outsourced. So let me get this straight: the Democrat-controlled uh, board of elections outsourced the IT. Am I right?
That's correct. And let me
Okay.
tell you, and it wasn't even the whole county council. They left Charlie Bailey and Ellen out of it.
Oh, we
It
know
was
that.
just, it was just it was just the five little dwarfs. They did this all on their own, voted to have this IT company come in to do the elections night so people could watch it. They didn't realize, well, we have to give them the information from the elections office. So people were calling up, why don't we have results? Why
Right.
don't we have results? They didn't have results because nobody in the elections company was giving this other company the results. They
Right.
didn't realize, well, we have to pick up the ball and actually do some work. I'm telling you what, when I went up there and dropped off my judge of election stuff, you should have seen the look on the zombie's face.
The zombie's face. Well,
He
yeah.
did not look happy, and Andre did not look happy at all. And boy, Copeland didn't even look happy. And I just looked at him and go, what's wrong, boys? Hasn't it been a great day here for democracy? And I just turned around and walked away.
Well, yeah. And then Andre Horton's on the news. Oh, yeah, Erie County Board of Elections is the gold standard. Subcontracting your IT out, subcontracting your printer out to another company that has piles of lawsuits against them for the mistakes they've made. They lost 20,000 mail-in ballots. Yeah, if that's the gold standard, I don't want it because I'm
I
telling you,
sure don't want it either. I'll stay
no.
down at the bottom. I'll be just like a Blue Star mom. I don't want to go to gold.
Yeah, they are literally deflecting. It's not even the thing that happened that will be ever in the history of Erie County government is the Democrats and the Republicans sued the Democrat-controlled Board of Elections. There it is.
And
There it is.
sued Horton and sued Drexel. So, guys and gals, hashtag we told you so. So let me
Yep.
tell you, these little elections, like we're going to have in 25, 26, you don't think you need to show up? You really, really do, because these little elections you guys don't think make a difference. They do. Brian, you want to tell them about the thing I sent you about the mayor and his new idea not to raise taxes in the city?
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I had to work today. I had to take a nap because I was up way too late last night.
Oh,
So
yeah.
go ahead.
The mayor has decided I'm not going to raise taxes. I'm just going to increase everybody's garbage and sewer and attach another fee.
Well, let's see. They put the fee on the rainwater. God's tears get taxed. So the only moneymaker they have, they rape you on parking. You know, and then now we're just every time they need money, what do? They don't raise taxes. They go over to the garbage and look at National Fuel was just talking about raising their rates again, boys and girls, and they wonder why. And these liberal whack job Democrats wonder why they got their asses kicked last night. Right
Right.
there. Because we
And
can't
what do they
afford
do?
you.
They blame it on uneducated white women.
Yeah.
And you know what? They want to say we're prejudiced, but they're the ones that categorize everybody.
Labels. They love labels.
They put
Yeah.
labels on every single person, but you don't go to a Republican rally and say, look at that uneducated white woman, or look at that person or that person. I'm telling you what, it's great. The media is having such a meltdown.
And I was online looking at some of the headlines, and they're still supporting Harris. She lost again, and they're still supporting her.
Oh, yeah, because they just won't admit that they were wrong.
Well, she conceded. And
Yeah.
I'm surprised she didn't say Trump 20 times.
You see, they ever said Trump once.
Shocked.
I know. What did she say? We didn't get what we wanted. We didn't get what we
Should have
voted
turned
for.
out a different way. Well, you lied, cheat, and stole that far. You just we the people have had enough, and hopefully this was the awakening that the Republicans in this area need to wake up when we tell you these elections, your votes matter. They do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, and you see what we have in power in the city. Okay. We have 7 Democrats that do not listen to the people. They
Nope.
will not do what you want.
Nope.
So we got to get together, guys. We got a mayoral race coming up. We got an Erie City Council race coming up. We got Erie County Executive coming up. We got to support these small races and keep this red wave going. And Brian, you want to tell them about your great event this weekend that's going to help keep this red wave and enthusiasm up?
Yeah, I literally just posted it up. We are having a Trump train victory lap. We've all spent a fortune on flags and t-shirts and stuff. Let's take them out for a ride one more time as a victory lap, because you know what? We're proud of what we did. These liberals their heads are exploding. I hear their heads popping like zits all over the place. And
it's great.
so
It's a beautiful thing.
right. So, if the tables were turned, they would be gloating, and you'd see Sam Tallarico. we were very confident. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Man, you guys got your asses kicked. And Jimmy Wirtz, goodbye. Go back to whatever you do in Edinburgh, because we don't want you here. Bye-bye.
Absolutely not. And
So-
I don't think he can go back to being the chairman of the Democratic Party, can he?
Sure, why not? They can lock them back in.
Oh, I
Well,
guess
I don't
they
know.
can.
Unless it's like the Republicans that change the rules as they feel fit to manipulate their elections so they can have their people elected. I'm assuming that's what the Democrats, I don't know if they do or not, but that's what the Republican Party does. They make these
Oh.
rules up that
Yeah.
okay, yeah, what you have to be a committee person for a year to run for chairman. Oh, no, you got to run for 2. They did it just so I wouldn't run. They
Right.
disqualified me just so I wouldn't take Tom Eddy out. And like we said yesterday, take out the trash, not recycle.
Right, right.
So
Well, I cannot wait personally for the Trump train on Saturday. I myself bought me a big old stuffed Oscar the Grouch. He's going to ride shotgun with me.
That's funny. Well, so yeah, I go off on tangent. So it's going to be Saturday. It's going to be 11 a.m. at the old Kmart off of Pine Avenue, off of Route 8. It's the U-Haul there now. The information's on social media. We're just
Now
going to
that's the one out in Harbor Creek.
no Pine Street, Erie. The
Oh,
old
okay.
yeah Pine Street, Route 8. It's the U-Haul place now. So we're going to meet in the parking lot. We'll take a ride down Pine Avenue. We'll cut across 12th Street. We'll go down State Street. Just taking a victory lap. We'll
I
head
think
down.
we should end up right down at the docks where we started this thing, where we spent so
Right.
much time
Oh,
this
absolutely.
whole last summer.
Just a flag waving thing, again, and then that way, I can take President Trump off the trailer and put him in retirement. I got a call today. I got 2 calls today. One was from an Australian reporter, ran downtown with the Trump trailer, did it. I'll post the pictures later. And then I got a call from a French newspaper that were here doing
Ooh
an
la la.
ooh la la, mon chéri. But
Oh
I, I,
la.
I said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I cannot get entangled with you. I have to go live on my podcast here very shortly. She's like, oh no, I understand. But yeah, just give me a 5-minute deal. But yeah, they were actually at Harbor Creek. A couple people with Ring cameras sent me pictures. Brian. There's people up here. What am I like? I'm like the mayor of
Well, I had
Erie
I had
County?
2 reporters from another country show up at Perry Elementary School yesterday. I said, I cannot talk to you. I'm judge of elections right
Right.
now. Believe me, I'd love to, because I love the mic. I love speaking to people. But I
Yeah.
suggest you get a hold of Brian Shank, and I gave her one of your cards. And
Nice.
so I was expecting them to get a hold of you, because I told them all about the Trump trailer. But yeah, we need to take the president out, guys. Guys, join us. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be between 55 and 60. Perfect weather to wave our flags
Yeah.
and just celebrate all the hard work you guys did, dragging everybody to polls, getting the votes out. I'm so proud of all of you. And like I said, let's say another prayer for Dave McCormick, And next stop, let's all go for a road trip to DC to watch the president get inaugurated. And on that, I'm going to let you go so somebody else can call Brian.
All right. Thanks, Kim. That's Kim Hunter. She's our boots on the ground. Another from that would be the west side of town. Donna Reese types in, I'm blessed with 200 new best friends. My poll watchers kicked butt yesterday. God bless them. I totally understand it. And, Donna, thanks for everything you've done. You've been at the helm, steering this thing, trying to herd. Listen, you're not even like herding cats. You're like herding mountain lions, because these people are way more fierce than a kitty cat. But Donna, you've done a great job. You're a fighter. Everybody knows your story, where you came from and how you got here. But thank you for everything you've done for Erie County. We appreciate that. The Trump people should be very thankful for that. And other than that, yeah, wow, gotcha. But yeah, I mean, it's just 11 a.m. 11 a.m. You can go to my Facebook page. The event page is up and running. I made sure I put it up because we're a little short time. But people are like, let's do a victory lap. Let's do a victory lap. I'm like, well, let's look at the weather. Saturday is going to be that we thought about Sunday because people are obligated on Saturdays, but Sunday's just yucky. We don't want to do yucky. It's going to be cold, but that's why God made sweaters and hoodies and nice warm thermals. Yeah, we'll be leaving the parking lot 11 a.m. So you want to get there 10, that's fine. Bring some coffee. We'll grab some donuts, and we'll put this train to rest. And trust me, don't. Matt was like, we're talking about this. Is don't think this is the last train, Brian, because we have a lot more things to take care of. You're absolutely right. So yeah, election wrap up night. Everybody. I had a couple incidents out here in Harbor Creek. A gentleman walked up to me and goes, "This is illegal. This is illegal." Why? What's illegal? You're supposed to be 500 feet away from a polling site. I looked at the lady that was standing next to me with her yard sign, and she looked and goes, 500 feet? I said, this guy has bumped his head. I mean, really, 500 feet. Now, nice lady next to me got a little snarky with me. I was standing in my spot. I had a little sign holder. We're standing there. Representative Bob Mursky was there. We were chit-chatting. I know the gentleman, nice guy. And she's like, well, you're not 10 feet away from the door. I'm sorry. That's the wrong door. Oh, no, it's clearly the door. Ma'am, it is the interior door. Another lady come up, this is illegal. Okay, please explain to me how I'm breaking the law. You're supposed to be 10 feet. There was a guy standing there, said, you ever tape measure? He's like, yeah. Technically, we were at 9'7" away from the door, not the door to the voting area. That was another 30 feet away. So Karen ran in, the judge came out, we had a discussion about it, and I said, sir, that's wrong. It's not 30 feet from the exterior of the door. It is 30 feet from the doors of the polling area. Well, those doors are open. Okay. And now do I need to be a snitch and tell everybody know that you let a poll worker outside carry a Kamala Harris yard sign in on the floor of active ballots? I said, you should have thrown her out the minute she stepped in that room. But no, sir. I said, I'm not trying to be a big bully here, but if you don't believe my words, please call Miss Fernandez, or you call the sheriff, have them come out, and we'll resolve this. I don't want to do that. It's ridiculous. You're going to argue with me for 3 inches, and you're wrong, because it's the interior door. Everybody gets so fired up about the exterior door. And of course, there was comments, there's Shank standing too close to the door. Okay, folks. If that's how petty you are because you're losing, you knock yourself out. A buddy of mine, like I said, we took a tape measure and measured it out. 9'7". So go ahead and call me a liar if you're even remotely good. Now, Brenda, you go ahead.
What was that?
I said you've got some videos for us, don't you?
I do, but I wanted to tell about the problems at my polling place
Oh yeah, knock
that
yourself
I
out.
was standing at.
Can everybody hear Brenda okay? I'm not sure if that goes out. I think it does. So just type it if you can hear Brenda. Oh, we got a call.
Yep.
Hey, caller, you're live.
Hey, Brian, Joshua Perry speaking. How you doing?
Hey, buddy, how's Mill Creek hanging today?
Good, good. We swept red,
saw that.
all to the races. Well, obviously Bizarro got his team
Yeah,
terrible.
I called that.
So,
I called that wrong.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I said I called that wrong. I thought Mikey was going to take him out, but oops.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. How was your night last night? I stayed up till like 4 a.m.
Not me. I was whooped. We worked for Dan.
All day.
Yeah, I held a sign for Dan.
Yeah.
And Tim
Oh, yeah.
DeVores, and then we went down to Dan's after party. I laid
Yeah.
down at 11 o'clock. I was in bed. I said, Trump, when I wake up, I want to see a win, and he gave
Where
it to
did
us.
Dan have his party at?
Oh, I was down at the hotel right there on the waterfront. I forget.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the one on the
Yeah.
roof there on the parking lot ramp. I forget the name of it.
Okay.
Here's six.
I know where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I woke up a little earlier this morning and decided to check out our cackling hens on the view, and I just started cracking up.
Oh,
They're so ignorant.
well, yeah, and this stuff is all online. You
Yeah.
can look it up. Even the judge, he questioned. He goes, "Well,
Yeah.
this is just an opinion." I said, "Well, an opinion is not a rule. Opinion is your
Yeah.
interpretation." And I said,
Yeah.
"I'm telling you." I said, "I'm not trying to name drop or something, but I'm former Erie County Councilman Brian Shank. We know the rules. Well, unless you're the Democrats in charge of the Erie County Board of Elections,
Yeah.
now they have freaking clueless,
Yeah. You got to quit breaking those laws at the polling places, Brian.
I know, I'm just a rebel. I know.
Yeah, but like last night, like when I saw Pennsylvania got called, I was like, sweet. And then Wisconsin and Michigan, I was like, oh boy, it's 2016 all over again.
Yeah. Oh no, no, I
Even
totally get
better,
it.
we did better than 2016 actually.
We did. Well,
And it looks like we're projected to win Nevada and Arizona.
yeah, which I don't know what takes them so long. There's not that many
Yeah,
people there.
because apparently, it's a small state with what, like 6 counties, 7 counties
I know.
in it, and and most of the stuff's in like most of the people in Nevada are in Las Vegas, and yeah, just terrible.
Oh no, no, it was good. I mean, I woke up. I had to go to work today. I woke up. I pulled open the map. I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, yeah,
And of course, Pennsylvania turned red, and Erie County turned
yes,
red. But it was just really
yes,
quirky. A lot of people voted for Donald Trump, but
yeah,
they would not vote for Dave McCormick. So because
yeah.
all the
Yeah, I saw
negative,
that.
yeah, all the negative ads had an effect. But technically, he's still winning. He's still winning
Yeah, I
Pennsylvania
saw
by
that by what, like 50 or 60,000
yeah,
votes, something like that.
50,000 votes, and
And they have a few provisionals left. I think, knock on wood here, I think he's got it.
I'm gonna make a prediction. He's gonna take it.
Yeah,
He,
yeah. And
all
that would be a big upset to Pennsylvania too.
bye bye, Bobby. Bye bye,
Yeah,
bye bye,
yeah.
bye bye,
But
Bobby.
Bob Casey was in there for too long and doing nothing and siding with Biden and Obama 100%.
Oh yeah, and then Bob Casey he knows he's in for a battle this time.
Yeah.
Well, I voted with President Trump on some of these issues. Yeah, but
No,
you right, but you
you go
most
online, you can look it up. He has not voted for one article
I
that
know,
President Trump wrote.
I
No,
know.
it's lies.
You mean to tell me a Democrat lied, sir?
Oh yeah, that's nothing new every single day.
No, I
But
get it.
I'm just excited. I'm pumped. I woke up this morning, opened my front door, and breathed in some air, and I was like, freedom.
Smells like freedom.
Yeah,
Almost
it
as good
smells
as
like
a
freedom. My neighbor's pissed, but
I,
he,
I'm pretty blessed. My neighbors to the right,
yeah,
they had Trump. The neighbors to the front of me, they had Trump.
yeah,
The other folks, I know where their loyalty is.
yeah,
My one, I didn't ask if she voted for Trump or not, but she's I know she's a Democrat, but she's pretty. She goes like, I voted for Dan. I said, well, okay, that's a good start. That's a good start.
yeah,
But no,
yeah. It's amazing.
Oh, I know it.
Florida,
Listen,
I'm surprised how early. Well, I'm not really surprised. But Florida got cold at like 10 or 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like
you
that.
don't think Ron DeSantis isn't going to run a tight ship?
Yeah. Oh, Ron DeSantis, like he had 99% in by 10 o'clock. I'm like, if every state could do that, apparently running elections are, too hard for some people.
Well, right, and you got to remember this. DeSantis was a naval officer, so he's
Yeah.
no dummy.
Yeah.
I know he ran against President Trump.
Yep.
He lost fair and square. He
Yep.
grumbled a little bit, but then he threw his hat
Yep.
and said, "I support the president." Same with the other folks. They won. They didn't win. They just said, "Okay, fine." We throw
Yeah.
our support through the Trump, and I hope they're taken care of.
Yeah. I'm just so happy for JD Vance because he's, I think, the youngest vice president that's going to serve,
And he's sharp.
or at least one of the youngest vice presidents that served.
Yeah, he was like I said, he was in the Marine Corps, but he was
Yep.
he was an enlisted guy because he was still going. He got out
Yeah.
of the Marine Corps, took his benefits, went to
Yeah.
Yale, became a lawyer, and just been rolling ever since. And
Yeah.
the reason why I liked him the most, excuse me, is that he didn't particularly like Trump years ago.
Yeah. Back before 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you have someone that isn't 100% behind you,
Yeah.
okay, it could be a plus, it could be a minus. I look at it as a plus because he's going to tell you, listen, Don, you're wrong on this, and
Yeah.
and then Don gets his 4 years. They run him up, and they're going to run Josh Shapiro. You watch. I heard they're going to
Yeah.
run Fetterman. Oy vey,
yeah,
come on,
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Harris didn't pick Shapiro, but I do kind of understand because Shapiro just won the governorship, so that's probably why she didn't decide to go with him. But
I had heard
that's just a weird choice.
I heard rumors Josh turned it down.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Now, I don't like to play this card too much,
Yeah.
but I think Josh wouldn't stay in step with Harris with the Hamas thing
Yeah.
because
Yep.
he's Jewish.
Yep.
That would be a bad ingredient this time of the year. So
Yeah.
they're gonna let Josh, run the governorship. He's done some good things. He's done some bad things.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what they do because they're gonna have to have somebody really sharp. I mean, sharp. You watch the next election cycle. You talk about some sharp candidates that come out. They're not gonna mess around like with the likes of Kamala Harris. They tried to ship that agenda down our throat, and we said, "No, you're fired."
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Trump's with a clean house. I cannot wait to not see that prune face press secretary on TV every day. I can't stand her. That Jean Pierre.
I'm the first gay,
Whatever her
black,
name is.
curly-haired
Oh my God.
female lesbian of the.
She's
Congo.
worse than that Jen Pizzac. At least Jen Pizzaxi was a expert liar.
Well, they kind of all are. That's kind of their
Yeah.
jobs, I mean, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope timed in the room. Fetterman, that's what I
Yep.
heard.
Yep. Yep.
Listen, they're willing to put Kamala Harris up. Don't you think they're not going to put Fetterman in there? Sometimes Fetterman gets it right, but
Yeah.
it was the fun.
Fetterman's not as bad as he could have been. I think his injury kind of like kept him more kind of like a moderate, but not like super, because he's agreed with a lot of stuff Trump's done, but yeah, he also disagrees with a lot of stuff Trump's do. So I think he's kind of like right down the middle.
Right. Oh, I totally
But,
get it.
know.
I totally get it, man. But
Yeah.
all right, my friend, let me roll out. So other
right.
folks call in. I know a lot of people.
Get someone else.
Yeah, but
don't
thanks
want to
for
hold it up.
thanks for touching in from the east side of town. We appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good night, Brian.
See ya. Guy's a really nice guy. Lives out in the Mill Creek area, so it's nice to see that our folks are growing where they come from and where they're at. Now, Brenda, did you say you had some videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No. Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Trump derangement syndrome 101. Wow. And then what kills me is these people put it on TikTok, they film it and think that they're solving something. No, you're just proving our facts and our position that you guys are Looney Tunes. You guys used to be the party of normalcy. You guys are just nothing but Looney Tunes. I don't know if it's lack of mental health issues or what, or they closed all the insane asylums in Pennsylvania and they just run us. So, did you have the Trump acceptance speech? We'll dive into it and then we'll just cut it off because it's kind of long. So if you want to play that, that'd be great. Because I haven't watched it.
Breaking news here in batshit bonkers Britain, where for many of us, Trump supporting, freedom loving individuals, it's the best.
Whoops, wrong one. But this is a good one.
Yeah. You hit the mute button.
No.
Margin of a route to victory. Breaking Trump supporting, freedom loving individuals, It's the best day ever. It couldn't be better here in the UK. We have the BBC in absolute ruins. They were unable to announce Trump victory at 7 a.m. and they said Kamala still had a very narrow margin of a route to victory, even though it's obvious she had no route to victory at all. Channel 4's coverage was shite when it started and then completely collapsed, leaving the channel having to play repeat episode of Friends or something because they had no words to speak about the glorious victory of Trump. And now we have a leader of this country who actively sent over his own teams to try and campaign for Kamala. And we have a foreign secretary who called the new president of the United States of America some of the worst names under the sun. So we can look forward to Trump punishing both of them very hard in the near future. For now, I'm just going to indulge myself in all the tears of all the people who said for all the weeks that they said, oh, it's on a knife edge, it's on a narrow margin. Well, looks like Trump won the popular vote, looks like he's got the House and the Senate, and it looks like most of the swing states have gone red as well, and Georgia by 200,000 votes. I mean, truly, one of the best days ever. Just want to say thank you to all the patriots over in America to let you know that patriots in this country are cheering you on as loudly as we possibly can. God bless Donald J. Trump and God bless the United States of America.
I'll tell you what, show me a president anywhere at any time in history that were so appreciated from foreign countries. I watched the video the other day. These people had built a Trump like bust, and it was big, and his eyes moved, and he had recorded verbiage from some of his speeches, and here you have it, from the big pond. I mean, I'm not trying to gloat in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. I'm just telling you the facts. How many people were paying attention to what happened in Pennsylvania, Erie County? Just in Erie County, how many times I've been interviewed. Like I said, I got called tonight from a French reporter, and I'm sorry, I don't have time. I had literally just got home from down being Paris Square. The guy, could you bring your Trump thing? I heard you got a big Trump trailer. Absolutely. He's from Australia. I've had 2 Australian reporters report. A German lady came down and interviewed me, and then reached out to me on election night and said, "Hey, can we meet up with you? We want to see how this all works in your country. Bring it on." And then they brought a photographer up, and Korea, Japan, the New York Times, and NBC New York. I mean, they're paying attention to us. So I am blessed to have that. The, the president of Mexico isn't very happy. I can't wait to January, the day after inauguration. That border gets shut down. They build up. I don't care how they build the wall there. Just get it done. Go down there and weld those doors shut. Fix the holes. I don't care if you put and recruit 100 chihuahuas. Don't tell me they're not the best watchdogs. They hear somebody fart in the middle of the night, they're yapping. So trust me, geese and chihuahuas, those are your new alarm systems. They're good for the environment. But yeah, I mean, Brenda, do you have the Trump last night with his speech? Numbers.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends in this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And We made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again. And in addition to having won the battleground states of North Carolina, I love these places, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, we are now winning in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska, which would result in us carrying at least 315 electoral votes. But it's much easier doing what the networks did or whoever called it, because there was no other path. There was no other path to victory. We also have won the popular vote. That was great. Very proud of that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And, winning the popular vote was very nice, I will tell you. It's a great feeling of love. We have a great feeling of love in this very large room with unbelievable people standing by my side. These people have been incredible. They've made the journey with me, and we're going to make you very happy. We're going to make you very proud of your vote. I hope that you're going to be looking back someday and say that was one of the truly important moments of my life when I voted for this group of people beyond the president, this group of great people. America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, were all won by the MAGA movement. They helped so much. And in those cases, every one of them, we worked with the senators. They were tough races, and I mean, the number of victories in the Senate was absolutely incredible. And we did tele-rallies. We did tele-rallies with each one of them. And sometimes we did 2 or 3 and it was amazing to look at all of those victories. Nobody expected that, nobody. So I just wanted to thank you very much for that. And you have some great senators and some great new senators. And it also looks like we'll be keeping control of the House of Representatives. And I want to thank Mike Johnson. I think he's doing a terrific job. Terrific job. I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady. I want to thank my whole family. my amazing children, and they are amazing children. Now, we all think our children are amazing. Everybody here thinks their children are amazing, but that's a good thing when you think they are. But Don, Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, Barron, Laura, Jared, Kimberly, Michael, thank you all. What a help. What a great. I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance. Woo! And his absolutely remarkable and beautiful wife, Usha Vance. And he is a feisty guy, isn't he? You know, I've said, go into the enemy camp, and you know the enemy camp is certain networks, and a lot of people don't like to, sir, do I have to do that? He just goes, okay, which one, CNN, MSDNC? He'll say, all right, thank you very much. He actually looks like, he's like the only guy I've ever seen, he really looks forward to it, and then he just goes in and absolutely obliterates them. Say a couple of words.
Wow. Well, Mr. President, I appreciate you allowing me to join you on this incredible journey. I thank you for the trust that you placed in me. And I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America. And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams, for the future of your children. And after the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Thank you very much. He's turned out to be a good choice. It's the greatest country and potentially the greatest country in the world by far. And right now we're going to just work very hard to get all of that back. We're going to make it the best it's ever been. We can do that. We just, if we had to wait longer, I don't know. It was going bad, and it was going bad fast. We're going to have to seal up those borders, and we're going to have to let people come into our country. We want people to come back in, but we have to let them come back in, but they have to come in legally. They have to come in legally. And you know, when we had the tragic Hurricane Helene, and it hit North Carolina, they were really devastated, the water. This was a big water, as big as we've ever seen, water hurricane. It built lakes out of nothing. Fields became lakes, and the danger was unbelievable. And the people from North Carolina came to me and they said, would it be possible, at all possible, for you to speak to Elon Musk? We need Starlink. I said, what's Starlink? It's a form of communication. So I called Elon, and I'll tell you what, he had, and it was very dangerous. People would die. They had no communication. All the wires were down. I called Elon Musk. I said, Elon, you have something called Starlink. Is that right? Yes, I do. What the hell is it? He said, it's a communication system that's very good. I said, Elon, they need it really, really badly in North Carolina. Can you get it? He had that there so fast. It was incredible. So, and it was great. It saved a lot of lives. He saved a lot of lives. But first of all, I want to thank the millions of hardworking Americans across the nation who have always been the heart and soul of this really great movement. We've been through so much together, and today you showed up in record numbers to deliver a victory like really, like no other. This was something special, and we're gonna pay you back. We're gonna do the best job. We're gonna turn it around. It's got to be turned around. It's got to be turned around fast, and We're going to turn it around. We're going to do it in every way, with so many ways, but we're going to do it in every way. This will forever be remembered as the day the American people regained control of their country. So I just want to say that on behalf of this great group of people, these are hard-working people. These are fantastic people, and we can add a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think. I mean, I was looking at it. I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all quarters, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together, we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. We're going to make our country better than it ever has been. And I said that many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world. I will govern by a simple motto: promises made, promises kept. We're going to keep our promises. Nothing will stop me from keeping my word to you, the people. We will make America safe, strong, prosperous, powerful, and free again. And I'm asking every citizen all across our land to join me in this noble and righteous endeavor. That's what it is. It's time to put the divisions of the past 4 years behind us. It's time to unite. We are going to start by all putting America first. We have to put our country first for at least a period of time. We have to fix it. Because together we can truly make America great again for all Americans. So I want to just tell you what a great honor this is. I want to thank you. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been before. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, there it is. Telling you, Brenda cut it down a little bit. It was a little bit longer, but through her magical stuff, she was able to trim it down a little bit to make it a little more user friendly for us. Because I don't want you to have to sit there for, for a long time and watch that. But just a dabble with some history. This has not happened for well over 120 years, where a president didn't get reelected but ran again and got elected. So there are so many things that we can call the perfect storm to make this happen. We as a team united, Democrats came across the aisle. We got people to register. We got people to, trust a system that I'll tell you what, I don't know. I'm still very, I've got to be tell you, I'm very skeptical. But the problem is the system let us win. And I've got text messages all day long, and it's so humbling. Brian, we couldn't have done it without you. You led the way. I said, guys, I am not that guy. I am just someone here trying to fight for our freedoms. I'm the guy that took an oath to support and defend the Constitution in 1982. And the last time I remember, and I've confirmed this with every veteran I know, there is no expiration date on that. You get a discharge paper right on the wall, framed, honorably discharge, United States Army, honorably discharge. And our forefathers, put together on a piece of paper something that would change the world. They were literally hunted down as criminals by the king. And now we're best friends with the king and queens. That's fine. But the opening phrase says it all. Not my words. We the people. We the people. NBC reporter asked me, Brian, you guys were involved in purging the records of voters that weren't on the rosters. Why would you do that? That's the Board of Elections job. And I told the lady from NBC News New York, I said, we the people have to pick up tools and change the direction. If the government that we hired can't do the job, step out of the way, we'll do it for you. So the team wasn't me, wasn't my idea. I just helped put together a campaign to send affidavits out to folks. Hey, we looked at the voter rosters. You haven't voted in 5 years. Are you still wanting to vote? Well, that was my sister. She moved to Florida, 5 years ago. She said, okay, to sign this, we'll get you off the rosters. The reporter from NBC just couldn't grasp the point that why we did this. Because why do we want to have a voter roster that's all mucked up and have 20, 10, 15, 20,000 people? They're not even registered in Erie County. All that does is bog the system down, creates more havoc and more chaos. Get these people off the rosters. I'm not saying the Board of the Elections Office wasn't doing their job. They literally have a million things to do, and every year they add more things to do for these mail-in ballots. Real simple. Get rid of the mail-in ballots, and this will all go away. Go back to same day. You can apply for a absentee ballot if you're in the military, if you're stuck at home in a wheelchair and can't get out. I get that. But we have to deal with these mail-in ballots until we can get enough political mojo to change it. And with a Democrat governor, Shapiro, he is not going to sign off on that. And I doubt we have enough support to take out his veto. And I find it appalling that Andre Horton is blaming the county executive for their screw up. They did it. They are the Board of Elections. They are ultimately responsible for everything that happens in that office. They hire the people, they fire the people, they spend the money, they buy the machines to do this job. They are classic Democrat installed cult members, are doing what they're told and deflecting back to Davis. I was on county council for 4 years. I was the chairman. I was on the Board of Elections. We don't even talk to the county executive about Board of Election stuff. It's none of his business. That's not what he does. We, county council, that is our main job. We hold the purse strings. We control Board of Elections. So this bullshit from Drexel and Andre Horton deflecting it back and not taking responsibility that they were at the helm when they ran this ship onto the rocks. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And why I told you, I hate to do this, hashtag I told you so. That's why they spent 200 and some $1,000 to get rid of me, because I would not bow to them. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't dance for the puppet master. They do. And Terry Scatella should be ashamed of himself. He is going to go down in history as the worst county council chairman in history. I watched his meetings. He lets these people go over time, and you wonder why they have a 3-hour meeting. You get 3 minutes if you show up. You get 5 if you call ahead. Oblivious. I don't know. Maybe they don't know how to count that high in the Marine Corps. Don't know what to tell you. We got a vice president that looks like a pretty sharp crayon in the box. I think he knows the difference between 3 minutes and 5 minutes. He allows people just to degrade them. I didn't do that. You get one warning and then you're out. They've made a mockery of Erie County Council government rules, procedures. He just lets them do whatever they want. Well, because he's a Democrat, he doesn't want to hurt their feelings. He's not running for re-election. Jesus, they say Donald Trump's old. Look how old Terry Scatella is. I think he'll be the second oldest Erie County Council chairman in history. I could be wrong. I know Fairleone was like, he came when they built the building, but that was before the Home Rule Charter kicked in, blah, blah, blah. So he was there a long time until Mary Rennie took him out. And that was another court case that was ridiculous. Mary Rennie had a house in Harbor Creek and a house in Erie. She couldn't run out here because it was against a Democrat. So she used her house in Erie's address. It went to court. And the judge is like, well, you know, what's the problem? She has an Erie address. She also owned a house in Harbor Creek. They know nothing but lies, cheating, and deception. You know, oh, Jasmine, whoop-de-doo. She can do basically whatever she wants. Who's going to fire her? The mayor? Mayor doesn't have that power. She's duly elected. She's the president. She should step down. If city council had literally any balls to do that, they would have a vote of no contest and have her step down as president. There it is, right there. Good timing. You know, huge Kamala supporter. She wore a T-shirt one day. I'm the Puerto Rican that your mom warned you about. She just hates Republicans. Racist. We're racist. We're Klans members. You know, because every time they don't have an argument, they throw the Klan or the KKK. And just a friendly reminder, the father of the KKK was I don't know, Brenda, can you put the little fancy music you found for me while people think about that question? Sorry to catch you off guard. But yeah, I mean, all right, there it is. That was your official timer. The grandfather of the KKK was the Democrat Party, but they love to spin this around and they love to call Donald Trump a Nazi. You guys lost. All your lies, all your deception, all your dirty money, all your cheating didn't work. Because why? It was too big to rig. Too big to rig, boys and girls. Let's see. Time-wise. Okay, well, all right. Brenda, you got any cool videos for us? Because we'll still take your calls.
I can honestly and wholeheartedly say that I have never in my life wanted to make a video less than this one right now. Donald Trump has officially won Pennsylvania, which means that somehow he is once again officially
I can
won
honestly
the
and
presidency.
wholeheartedly say that I have never in my life wanted to make a video less than this one right now.
Donald Trump has officially won Pennsylvania, which means that somehow he has once again officially won the presidency. And I think the worst part is that I can't honestly say that I'm surprised in any way. I exist on the internet every single day. I see the way that these grown men and occasionally women act when they are behind the comfort of a keyboard. I see the hate that this world harbors towards women, towards LGBTQ+, towards people of color, towards everyone who is not this mold. Today, this country has proven to us that they hate women, people of color, LGBTQ+ members.
So triggered.
Everyone else more than they hate a literal felon who has committed schmishmal. That is how much hatred they harbor for women. And I fear that things are not going to get better. This is not moving in the direction of things becoming better. They have won the presidency. They have won the Senate. And they will probably be winning the House. The GOP will have full control to pass and do whatever they want without being stopped. And we have seen what that means. We have seen their playbooks and their projects and their plans. I genuinely do believe that we are about to witness the downfall of an entire country. We have been actively witnessing it for some time. Yes, a lot of us acknowledge that. But I truly do think we're about to speed run it, essentially. And I'm in Minnesota. I'll probably be fine for a while. I can drive up to my friends in Canada. I can figure something out, but there are so many people here who cannot, who don't have plans or the option of a plan. And they won't be okay. And I'm so worried for so many people. And I don't know what to do. I know you're going to ask me what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give her
I tried so hard, and I feel like I failed. I feel like we all failed. And I did everything I could, and I don't know what I could have done better.
Yeah, she looks like she's in a real hard place in her life, you know. Just say it. I'm going to give her.
I have one more good one.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Well, Kim just put on their news. McCormick now has a 94% chance of winning. I told you, stop positive thinking. Positive. We have to get Dave across there. Trust me. As a West Point graduate and a combat airborne guy, if you were behind lines, he's the guy that's going to come get you. He's behind enemy lines right now. We can't physically get him. All we can do is just put as many positive thoughts, prayers, however you want to do it, personal reflection to get Dave across the line. So, Kim, thanks for sharing that with us. Go ahead, Brenda.
Breaking news from the Decision Desk. NBC News can now project that Donald Trump has won the state of Wisconsin, which means he is the winner of this race and will return to the White House as this country's 47th president. And for so many of you watching right now, that news is, to say the least, a lot to digest. I understand that personally. After he lost 4 years ago, he refused to accept the outcome and incited a violent insurrection on our nation's capital. He's campaigned while facing criminal indictments related to his efforts to overturn the 2020 results, and he's run as a convicted felon. During this campaign, he has also promised to essentially be an authoritarian leader, to use power like no American president ever has before, and wield that power to go after his political enemies. This is a man who's also bragged about overturning Roe v. Wade and stripping away women's bodily autonomy. He's promised to conduct mass deportations to crack down on the rights of millions of Americans. Donald Trump is an anti-democratic force, but he's just been elected democratically in our country.
Yeah.
Did you hear her call him dumb Trump?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that to our attention. But yeah, I was hoping people would catch that. Yeah, dumb Trump. Yeah, because that's how much love and joy the party of tolerance has for you. And now it's filtered down locally to Miss Jasmine of the Erie, her honorable city council president. We need to know the next date for the next Erie city council meeting. Everybody get a red hat and a Trump shirt and just sit there. Play on your phones. And just sit there and play Donald Trump songs. See how long we get away with it. Don't give the cops a hard time. They endorse Donald Trump. Got something to say?
The last two videos are pro-Trump.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We have to show what the left is doing. We have to bring it to these folks' attention, because I know most of it. You can put a survey out; they don't watch the news, but they still should see what the hell they're doing to hate us. Go ahead and hate them. I don't care. The Joe Natale show today. They had a pastor on there saying, "No, we shouldn't be gloating, sir. With all due respect, you bet your ass, because they would be rubbing our noses in it if she got elected." So go ahead and play them up, Brenda. Sorry. Nice. Look at all the violence. Police cars on fire. Oh, the racist. Why is that building burning?
Dude, these people from like East Campus.
Yeah, usually when you see a group of Democrats doing that, they're flipping things over, they're getting in people's faces. I love the one watching the girl with the pink hair. The guy was reading out of a Bible, and she was literally nose to nose him. What the hell? So you were allowed to exercise your First Amendment rights because you don't agree with them. We're not allowed. Isn't that just special from the party that just got their asses kicked? I didn't want to use the word red wave because the last time we played with it, it didn't work out so well. But you know what? The red wave washed down the blue wall, and people are saying, and I just could tell them, said, "Hey, man, we just made America great again. We just made America great again." If you want to give a call, if you want to call in, I'm going to go ahead and give final notices on phone calls because we've been here for an hour and a half, and it's been a great night. I went to bed last night. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I was so tired for standing out there for Dan Laughlin, and taking. Oh, Brenda just sent me a text. I have one last video. Cue it on up there, lovely wife.
So I would like to start by congratulating President-elect Trump on his impressive victory this morning. The Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary met him in September. Did the Foreign Secretary take that opportunity to apologize for making derogatory and scatological references, including, and I quote, "Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathizing sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order." And if he did not apologize, will the Prime Minister do so now on his behalf?
Mr. Speaker, there will be many issues on which the Leader of the Opposition and I disagree, but there will be issues that do unite this House on national security and Ukraine, and I do look forward to working closely with her on that, and I will provide her with the information that she needs to discharge her duties. That's the right thing for the country, and it's far more important than party politics.
Breaking news here in batshit bonkers Britain, where for many of us Trump-supporting, freedom-loving individuals, it's the best day ever.
So here the UK thought that Trump wasn't going to win and talked a lot of shit. And, they've got some nerve because I'm telling you, they are on the verge of losing their country. if they don't pay attention to the left. Unless they pay attention and do what we just did, they're going to lose their country. Oops, sorry about that. Confused the camera. I got a quick story, and I got to clean it up as best I can. I was working a poll out in Harbor Creek. People are nice as pie. You know, I checked with the judge, Karen Faust. We were all Harbor Creek graduates. I said, is it okay if I sit here on the bench? She goes, yeah, it's 10 feet from the inside door, not the outside door, the inside door. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I was just sitting there. You know, I've been on my feet all day. I had a nice cold pop. I stopped the store, got one. I'm sitting there with my Dan Laughlin and Tim DeVore sign. A guy comes up. He goes, hey, I just want to tell you a story. You got a minute? I said, absolutely. He goes, I'm a teacher, and I won't mention what school district he is. He goes, I'm a teacher. No, I have to tell you. He was a teacher in the Erie School District. And then he goes, what Dan Laughlin did for the Erie School District, I will never forget. He goes, we were literally, the buildings were falling down. We couldn't turn the heat on. The floors were crumbling. No fire suppression. But he goes, Dan Laughlin got us the money to save the Erie School District, not to save Harbor Creek, Lawrence Park, anybody, but he went after the school that needed the most fixing up. The Democrat controlled city of Erie can't even run their schools right. It takes a Republican to get the money to fix their facilities. The teachers, like, we kind of sat there, we sit there in a group, and, you know, our union endorsed Jimmy Wirtz. And what has Jimmy Wirtz done for the Erie School District? Nothing. What has Dan Laughlin done for the Erie School District? Millions of things. So the teacher goes, we know that our union supported Wirtz and we disagreed with our union 100%. We, the teachers, are supporting and are going to vote for Dan Laughlin. Not my words, his words. So this union-backed thing, it needs to stop. It's not a union thing. It's not a DNR. It's about who's the best qualified. Jimmy Wirtz has been a leech on the taxpayers the whole entire career, and now he wants to go to the Senate and represent us. No, not with your socialistic crap buddies running around in Erie with, you know, calling people names and doxing them and putting fake Facebook pages up, Jay Brennerman and his bullshit, you know. But these City of Erie people are like, oh, yay, woo. No, we said no. You get no. Now it's time to take the City of Erie back. The people in Erie better wake up, because you guys are literally at the cliff of falling off. Schember's got to go. The majority of city council should be fired for their racism. You imagine if I was on county council, and as the chairman, I sat there and said that about people from Guam. I don't know anybody from Guam. That's why I'm going to pick on them. They would pack the room. Look what they did with the library. They packed the room in protest. 3 Republicans show up. I can call them off by name, but I'm not gonna put Kim Hunter's name out there like that. Or Greg Hayes. Or Lou Aliotta. No, they got the balls and the moxie to come out and stand up, even though they're by themselves, and a herd of hate and lies. The point is, we just showed you what we can do when we work together as a team. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Brenda.
Yes.
I hear like you're building a house.
I'm typing. I was waiting to let. Well, I was waiting till you were done speaking. The next city council meeting.
Okay.
Is Wednesday, November 20th. Their meetings are always on Wednesday.
Yeah.
was a meeting this morning at 9:30 a.m.
Right.
The next meeting is the 20th at 6 p.m. And I was typing it all out to put it on the screen.
Oh, I understand it, but it was really loud. Yeah, she muted. I can hear her mic go click, and that's a mute. But like I said, thank you, Brenda. Appreciate that. It'll be a boots on the ground night. Maybe if we can get everybody together, I'll cancel the show, and I'll go down there and I'll sit in the front row with you. But you know what? Everybody says they're going to do something, and they don't. Then we look like idiots when 3 people show up. What's the point? What's the point? Well, I was busy. I got to do that. No, make the time. This is our community's future because the city of Erie is crumbling under its own weight of its own finances. We're not going to raise any taxes, but we're going to go raise the fees on the garbage again. Anytime Schember and his entourage need money, they go kick the garbage trucks because you got to pay for it, man. You got to pay for it. So, we just learned a huge lesson, people. Huge. Kim and I have been preaching it. Brenda been preaching it. We've all been preaching this thing for years. Get up, stand up, put the cheese balls down, shut off Netflix, and get involved. That's the only way we can make change. So there it is. Next city council meeting is at 626 State Street on Wednesday, November 20th at 6 p.m. We need to fill the room with red hats and Trump shirts. It'll be a symbolic gesture, but I'm telling you, those are all fed by the cable access television, and the local news will be there. And if we fill the room with our KKK new red hats, we will get the attention that we want. But I can't do it by myself. Brenda and I show up, we look like idiots sitting there by ourselves. Or Kim. I know Kim will show up. Brett Paganoff will probably show up. We got some go hitters. I understand we're all busy. I get it. We are all busy, but we have to start and keep doing what we're doing. These city council persons elections will be coming up. The mayor, I think, is next year. He needs to go. He needs to go. I've heard stories. I'm not going to mention them on the air because I have no way to validate that information, and I don't want to be spewing, hearsay, and then I get caught up in a lawsuit. I'm requesting off work. Heidi, thank you, man. We appreciate that. Like I said, it's a Wednesday night. We have boots on the ground. We can postpone the show, or I don't know if I can do I don't know if I can do a Facebook Live there from there. I just don't know. Go to Facebook Live there. I know that's what I'm thinking. Depends on the internet and stuff. The problem is the sound. The sound's always hard because there's just cell phones, and you got a council meeting will be at our new dock. See you all there. Right. Okay. So yeah, other than that, man, it's been a fun night. It's been a fast night. Brendan, you don't have any more videos, right?
No.
Okay. No, that's fine. I'm just saying that last call for a phone call. It's just an issue of bringing it. Matt just came in the room. Matt, I am sorry you lost your election. You did the best you can. It's hard to run an election when you're not here. And I really think that's not fair. However, unfortunately, it is what it is. I actually talked to Bob Mursky's wife, and of course you came up and she's like, where is Matt? I said, well, he's deployed. She's like, well, that makes sense. That's why we haven't seen him. No, ma'am, he's serving our country. And she's like, oh, yeah. So, Matt, Lieutenant, I salute you. You ran a clean campaign. You kept on point. You did the right thing. You should be proud of your loss. I know that's weird to say, but you did it by the numbers, by the book, by the officer and gentleman that you are. There's a Matt. I'll pick up the sign that's out here on East Lake Road. I was going to get it tonight, but I was running late. So I commend you. Do not ever give up. Now, what you do is you run for committee person for the local Republican Party. We're always looking, and we will be dealing with that here in a couple months. But I want you all to plant this seed that you need to get involved with your local Republican Party. The only way that we're going to make changes is you. I can't do it by myself. My wonderful neighbor Joe, we can't do it by ourselves. We need the power of the people. Like we just saw, here is a huge lesson on what to do to win an election. You know, just get out and vote. That's all we can do. We get more committee people, we get more people, we get younger people, we get men, we get women. And then if we choose to change the direction, we have the votes to do so. We don't have the votes to change it. And Tom Eddy, he runs around like a Marine Corps drill instructor, but he's a gym teacher, and he doesn't know how to talk to women. I talked the story about how he talked to my wife, and not going to have that. And but that's how he is, and he needs to be replaced. And how do we replace it? We get enough committee people to sign up, give you that power to vote, and you vote them out. Simple. That simple. I can't remember if both of my precinct slots are filled. I would have avoided. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, thanks, Matt. I didn't know that. You can be appointed by the chairman. He's not going to appoint you anywhere because he knows you're friends with Shank. You're one of those Shank people. The Shank cult. Watch it. The haters will be that watch the show are like, Shank has a cult. No, I don't have a cult. No, he doesn't. He's very sourpuss looking. Yeah. Matt, and that's how it is, man. I never ran for politics. I didn't think in a lifetime that I would take out Kyle Faust. He's a dynasty. His dad was a county councilman. He was a county councilman. He's been on county council forever. Solid Democrat, well entrenched into the community. I had no idea that I was going to win. And you know why? You know how we won? How I won is it was clean. Bob Mursky ran a clean campaign. You ran a clean campaign. Now, of course, Ryan Bizzaro didn't run a clean campaign, and he cheated and won. And that's how the Democrats won. But you should be proud of your election. You should be proud how you did it. Next time, you learned a lot of lessons. You will figure a way out to fix those lessons. You'll recruit more people if you choose so. But I saw that you jumped in there. I wanted to say thank you for running, because you know what? It gives the other side something to think about, that, like Pat Harkins. He didn't have to lift a finger. He didn't have to spend a dime. At least you made Bob a little nervous and made him work for it. And that's fine. Can I talk to you about some, I can't read that. I have to talk to you about some plans I have for the future races. Wanted to get your opinion on feasibility. We'll talk. You be safe wherever you are or whatever your mission is. I don't want to know OPSEC. Last call for phone calls. If not, we're going to go ahead and Brenda can get ready with the outro song. We can go to bed early because it was a long night. It takes a lot out of you when you're winning. Oh, I'm going to get burned on that one. But yeah, Brenda, just bring up the outro and then we'll say our goodbyes. Of course, we need to say thank you for Brenda for everything she does to make the show great, keeps the videos straight, keeps all the technology right. We fixed the sound issue. It was so simple, but we figured it. Brenda figured it out.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. People of Springfield, please don't eat my cats. Why would you do that? Eat something else. People of Springfield, please don't eat my dog. Here's a catalog of other things to eat. They're eating eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. She just had to play that song. Just had to play it because the video, I know the ending's been changed, so trust me, I know she'll fix that. But yeah, you want to do do you want to do the official outro, please and thank you?
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it! God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless
All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Brendan, thank you for everything you do to keep this thing on track and keep everything sounding and looking good. We appreciate you guys for coming out. Pull the stats real quick. Facebook won tonight. X, a lot of people on X tonight, and several on YouTube. Please, when you go to YouTube, please like and comment, because that helps our stats and gets us better traction. So thank you all. Let's be safe out there. An extra prayer for Dave McCormick tonight, because we need that seat. We need to get rid of Casey, and that way we can put Pennsylvania back on track. Thank you again. I'll see you next Wednesday, one way or the other. We'll get together and talk about the going to the city council meeting. And if not, we will be here at 8 o'clock. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump, JD Vance, and all of our winners for tonight. Good night, everybody.